Qapla, everybody, and welcome to Star Wars Saturday, which of course used to be Star Trek Saturday until we ran out of Star Trek movies. And welcome, was that Cedric? Thank you, Cedric, for subscribing, and thank you, Midnight's Edge After Dark, for subscribing. 2 subscribers during the opening credits. The wonderful Hirogan National Anthem created by Aberjam. So thank you guys. Thank you all. DJ Odyssey was first. Thomas Potts was second. Resolute Germ was third. Hello guys. 09A-Team said he was the first on mod. Absolutely true. Aberjam UK says all rise, and McClunky Aberjam. Number 1 Sci-Fi is claiming 4th, but I think it's closer to 6th. Trek95 says present. Welcome, Trek95. Thomas Potts, you should have started with episode 1. Can't Garoga count. You know, Thomas, I did put some serious consideration into starting with episode 1, but no, we're going to do in the order they were released. So we're going to do episodes 4, 5. Today is episode 5. Next week will be episode 6. Then we're going to go to the JJ tracks, and then I guess we'll go to the prequels. That is the tentative plan. So next week will be episode 6, Return of the Jedi, and then we'll be back to Star Trek Saturday for 3 weeks for Star Trek 2009, Into Darkness, and Beyond. And after Beyond, I have no idea. I have no... no. After Beyond, the prequel trilogy. And then after that, I honestly have no idea. Maybe Indiana Jones. Or Airplane. I know people want Airplane. I'd like to get Airplane in there too. So that's the thoughts. Rambling Canuck says, hello, Berto Prey 5 and all. Welcome, Rambling Canuck. Good to see you. Mike, hope you are feeling better. I know you probably not, because it takes a long time. All right. And Alexander puts in a $2 Canadian super chat and gets Kissing Dax right off the bat. Congratulations, Alexander. And Alexander says, Anti-Tricker forgot 7 of 9. Oh, Alexander, I am so very sorry. But hey, Alexander, Kissing Dax, that can't be, that's got to be pretty decent, huh? You can't be upset with that. Even you, I imagine, must like kissing space lesbian Dax. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. And Dan23 says, the notification of this video actually appeared on the front of my phone screen. Oh, very cool. Very cool. John DeMarco says, hello there, welcome. Peter Quinn says, go sub to me now. Yes, guys, please sub to Peter Quinn. Peter Quinn is one of our own. He's been with us, my channel and Anti-Trekker's channel, for as long as I can remember. Peter's a good guy, and Peter, in the last week, has started live streaming. I helped set up his camera and stuff, via the internet, so that he could get streaming. He's streaming Grand Theft Auto 4. He might stream other things in the future. But please show Peter Quinn some love, subscribe to him, and check out his streams when you get a chance. I know today's stream of his did get copyright hit. Hopefully he'll get that fixed soon. But yeah, Peter Quinn is the newest one of us nerds to try his hand at streaming. Max Waller, welcome, Max Waller, coming from Anti-Trekker Qapla. Thank you so much. Well, Maxwell, I want you to know my usual streams are usually what I call bed live streams or jar live streams, depending on whether the camera's on or not. However, on Saturdays, we've been doing this for several months now. We just watch a movie, and today's movie is The Empire Strikes Back. Now, obviously, I can't play the movie on YouTube, but what I will play are screenshots from the movie as the movie plays. So if you don't have your own copy of the movie, you can still follow along to what I'm talking about. It's Empire Strikes Back. These are movies that I would bet anybody watching my channel has seen multiple times over. So, you know, if you have your own copy and want to follow along, that is great. But if you don't have your own copy, you know, it's not necessary. You've probably seen the movie far enough. And for those who are going to follow along today, I am paused at 5 seconds in, I believe. So I will confirm that before we go on. But we're just a few seconds into the movie. DJ Odyssey says, Bird of Prey, Anti-Trigger ignored Alexander today and didn't play his 7. Better yell at him for that. Oh, Alexander, you requested 7 and he still didn't play it? That's not right, Alexander. Dan23 says, Futurama, it took quite a lot for Matt Groening to get Fox to let him change the logo to 30th Century Fox. You know, that's right. I remember seeing that 30th Century Fox logo, and I laughed, but then I since forgot about it. Interesting. John DeMarcos is doing the JJ movies before the prequels will definitely make the prequels look better. Well, we gotta do something to make the prequels look better. Resolute Germ says, Bird of Prey, skip the JJ crap. I can't, Resolute, because, you know, I did not hate 2009. I didn't. It did throw me into the hospital. Right after watching Star Trek 2009, I spent a year in the hospital, and I lost my ability to walk. And do I blame J.J. Abrams for that? Of course I do. But still, I didn't hate the movie. I didn't hate it. I hate what it became, but I didn't hate Star Trek 2009 taken alone as its own one-off movie. Uncle Emus says, does the Empire have a come-from-behind victory in this movie like you did yesterday? We'll see, Uncle Remus. It's been so long since I've watched it. I don't want to spoil anything. Cinnabon Bunny says, hello, welcome Cinnabon Bunny. Richie Poole can't stay, off to the Lego store to get a Lego set for Derek. Well, you are a very nice dad for doing so. I wish I was off to the Lego store to get a Lego set for me. Lego's gotten too expensive. At least the ones I want. Wesley Crusher says, Bird of Prey, greetings, birds, turds, and Star Wars. Yes, Star Wars today, Wesley. Like last week, we are in the middle of Star Wars Saturdays. DJ Odyssey says, hello, Cinnabon Bunny. Richie Poole says, Lego store. I guess, yeah, you said Lego store. I gotcha. Zachary Gibbons, Qapla says, Anti-Trigger forgot Alexander's super chat. Bird never misses one. Well, I technically don't give super chats, but Streamlabs plays a random animation. So, if it was missed, it wouldn't be me. It would be Streamlabs' fault. Cinnabon Bunny says, I just about to hog to go live button. Oh, Cinnabon, I'm sorry. I apologize, but yeah, well, I usually do it. Honestly, I figured Anti-Trigger had a bunch of people, so I went live maybe like an hour earlier than I usually would, because, you know, on Saturdays I do the Star Trek Saturdays. I'm sorry. If you had said something, I would have held back and watched your stream and had lunch. Instead, we'll have a late lunch. Peter Quinn says, I'm streaming fairly regularly now, at least once a week. Yes, you are, Peter. I would say it's well more than once a week. Anti-Trigger says, Alexander, sorry, my friend. When I start the anti-propaganda stream on Rational Roundtable, I will make it up to you. Sure, Anti-Trigger. Sure. A DJ Odyssey says, oh, Bird of Prey, I have to do a radio show today. No conspiring while I'm gone against me. You see, DJ Odyssey last night put out the challenge that if he raises $100 in PayPal donations and people mark the donations as specifically for him to wear a rainbow unicorn suit, then he will wear one. So even though I wasn't live, I didn't see it live last night. I watched it on the replay early this morning before I fell back asleep. I did send an initial donation to get him started. So hopefully, 10 or 20 more people donate to him, and we can get him to wear a unicorn suit live. Peter Quinn says, I'll be giving people a choice of games, etc. Very cool, Peter. DJ wants no Dear Bops on Saturdays. Alexander says, okay, it looks like you got forgiven, Anti-Trekker. Alexander's giving you the cool sunglasses. Aberjam says, I think my rash is getting infected. Damn these Karoga chains. Aberjam, you are not chained in Karoga. I'm trying to tell you. You are probably chained up in Turkestan, and they've probably made everything look Karogan to make you think Karogans are holding you, but it is a giant false flag operation. I can assure you, at this very moment, Karogan SEAL teams are moving through Turkestan, literally tearing down every Turkestani school, hospital, youth center, and old folks' home looking for you. And we will leave none of them standing until we find you. So don't worry, you will be found, and you're not being kept in Karoga. If you were in Karoga, you wouldn't be getting a rash, for one. We have excellent hygiene in Karoga, so that is proof you're being kept in Turkestan. That E. coli probably got onto your shackles. Zachary Gibbons says, everyone go to Disney Plus and start playing Empire Strikes Back. Yes, basically, we could. If you have Disney Plus, you should do that. Or if you have your own DVD or whatever you've got, go ahead and put it in. Now, I will be watching the unspecialized edition, but to be honest, any edition you have, you'll be able to follow along. It really doesn't matter terribly, but this is my first time watching the unspecialized edition of Empire Strikes Back. Dan23 says, no Disney Plus in the UK. Sorry to hear that. Alexander says, Bird of Prey, what do you think about the species? Hate 472. Yeah, well, Hate 472. I'll be honest, I didn't get it the first time, but I got it the second time. Species Hate 472 is the most underutilized species in Star Trek. Zachary Gibbons is not going to pull that joke again, lol. Cinnabon Bunny says it's okay. I'm sure this will be more fun anyway. Oh, Cinnabon, don't sell yourself short. I enjoy your streams. Peter Quinn says, may as well have a continuous stream, Bird of Prey. Me earlier, then Anti-Trekker, now you from the community. I think that's what we're headed. 24-hour live streaming. Reslu Germ says, there's a link for the is there a link for the Unicorn Fund? Bird, honestly, unfortunately, DJ, if you're still in the stream, feel free to put in the link, but I don't have it right now. If you go to any of DJ Odyssey's channel, if you go to any of his streams, or any of his videos, he has the link for the donation. It's his PayPal link. And then in the note, when you make the donation, just say it's for the Unicorn Fund. That's all. Yes. Even though he's not the father, how much is his PayPal donation to go? Oh, Mamo probably wants to know how much of that PayPal donations are going to child support, even though he's not the father. That's a good question. Yeah. That is a good question. Yeah, it's something we'll have to ask him with a lawyer later. Thomas Potts says, Aberjam, question, did you see the prison? Did you see in the prison? Oh, boy. Zachary Gibbons says, Bird of Prey, do you know if Turkestan has a national anthem as good as yours? It has a national anthem, but it's not as good as mine. Anti-Trekker has been playing it the last few days at the very beginning of his streams. And the funny thing is, Aberjam also wrote the Turkestani national anthem. And I think what happened was after Turkestan saw how much better the Karoga national anthem was, they kidnapped Aberjam, and they're pretending that he's in Karoga. They probably kidnapped him in the middle of the night. So when he woke up in prison. Now they probably put my picture on the wall of the prison, so he thinks he's in a Karogan prison, but he's actually in a Turkestani prison. And they're pissed, and they want him to write a better anthem than Karoga for Turkestan, but he can't, because the Karogan anthem is already perfection. So he can never do a better anthem for Kurdistan, so we will have to liberate him the hard way, no matter how many orphans we create. Aberjam says, Kurdistan, I don't know, Bird. I can smell uranium cake and Bengay. That's all the Kurdistani lies. They're trying to make you believe you're in Karoga. It's not true. Serve Turk Trunks says, at least JJ and Kurtzman admit to borrowing ideas. The worst hack is someone who rips off an original story and claims it's their own creation. Yeah. Peter Quinn is lolling. Aberjam says, Thomas Potts, I don't know. I'm nearly always in a blindfold. Peter Quinn says, and guys, I will wear a gimp suit. I don't even want to know what a gimp suit. And Thomas Potts with a $1.99 super chat. How did I miss that, Thomas Potts? Thomas Potts wants me to play Mario Kart. Mario Kart. Mama Frey says, ask them what John Wayne's real name was. Then she realizes, I can't hear you guys respond. And I would advise her that I doubt anybody knows who John Wayne's real name was. They'll have to Google it. I don't know John Wayne's real name. And most of these people are younger than me. So, but his real name, his first name is actually Marion. So, if you pronounce Marion, I said this yesterday. How do you pronounce Marion? You pronounce it Marion, not Marion. And the same way you pronounce Mario is Marion, Mario. It's the same Mar sound. So that's why it's Mario. It's not Mario. Even if Nintendo thinks it's Mario, they're simply wrong. Peter Quinn says, if someone sends me a gimp suit and pays me top dollar pounds. Keely Chow says, hello everybody, Qapla Keely. Aberjam says, one thing I'll say about the Turdistanis, they don't flog me until I change the lyrics. Well, you didn't get flogged. Number one sci-fi says Marion Mars. Okay, so somebody did know. And Thomas says it's Marion. And Jack95 says Marion. Okay, everybody knew it. I was wrong. But you all pronounce it Marion, not Marion. Aberjam says, Bird, if you know what a gimp suit looks like, ask your harem of she-males. I don't have a harem of she-males. Actually, guys, and okay, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to say we're going to take a few minutes because I had a dream last night. A crazy dream. After the dream, I promise we'll get started with the movie because if I remember, yes, Empire is a 2-hour plus movie, 2 hours and 5 minutes. Well, I guess without the credits, we're looking at 2 hours. So it's a long one. But, so I had a dream. I woke up this morning from a crazy dream. It started off, and without the full details, because there's some things I just don't want to say because it would cause the Secret Service to come. But we were at a place in Brooklyn, my dad's yacht club, a place I grew up around, and I know forward and back. And there had been a lot going on before it. And it dealt with politics. But, for whatever reason, this particular yacht club, which is obviously on the water, it was on what you'd call a creek or a canal, depending on where you live. For whatever reason, it was an Indian reservation. And President Obama was there. I don't know. I think he was either just president or just left being president. And you guys know I was never the biggest Obama fan, but the man was there. I was, wasn't chastising him. We were talking, and I knew we were on an Indian reservation, and I had the impression that this land was just granted the status of an Indian reservation for whatever reason, and so there was, I guess, some type of news conference there, and I was there because Dad O'Prey was there because he had been president of the Yacht Club Association, although his title was Commodore, and they were handing over this piece of land back to the Indians. Now we grew up, the area of Brooklyn we lived in was Canarsie, and that was named after the Canarsie Indian tribe. And Canarsie were the Indians who sold Manhattan to the Dutch. Those were the Indians who pocketed the money, however much they paid. So I was like, okay, we're giving Canarsie back to the Indians, I guess. So I was there, Obama was there, and we just did this handover. So it was officially Indian territory. The entire spectacle was breaking down. You know, the news stations were loading their cameras back into the trucks, and Obama and I were by the edge of the water, and Obama picked up a rock from the parking lot and threw it over the water, skipping it across the water. And he was actually pretty good at it. But an Indian saw it and was very pissed at him because, you know, Indians believe it was sacred land, apparently. And I kind of stood, I saw Obama do this. I was like, no, that's the one thing you're not supposed to do on Native American land is, you know, screw up the land, right? The land is sacred, I assume. I mean, obviously, the only thing I know about Native American culture is what I see in movies and TV shows and a couple of books. So I was like, well, don't do that. No. And so he throws this rock, and he was quite proud of himself at how much this rock skipped across. Anyway, I was like, no, don't do that. And everybody started looking at him, and everybody was turning on Obama, and they had turned on Obama so much, he had literally turned into President Trump. Again, this was a dream. I don't know how it happened. So now it was President Trump standing there who had thrown a rock, and everybody was pissed off at President Trump. And then a car pulled up, and the trunk opened, and there was a guy in the trunk, and I said, oh, that can't be good. And I started running to push the president out of the way, because the guy came out of the trunk holding two handguns. Anyway, he aimed, and next thing you know, it was a very bad day for the United States. I don't want to say the exact words, but you can imagine what happened. And then I woke up. Oh, no, I'm sorry. And then AOC came over. So the body of the orange man was still fresh on the ground. And AOC came over. And AOC said that this was a great day for America and blah, blah, blah. And it was, you know, she was happy. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is really happening. Anyway, then the dream changes to I am in a hotel room watching what happened on a TV screen. And what I was witnessing, what I had lived as a dream, turned out to be a movie I was watching. And I was just simply watching it on, as I was sitting on a couch in a hotel room. But then I looked over to my side, and AOC was in the bed. And so I told AOC, you know, you really are a piece of crap. I can't believe you said all those things about a man who just died. And she started yelling at me. Now, why was I in the same hotel room with AOC, and why was she in the bed and I was on the couch? I don't know the full details. We never resolved that. But I got so angry. Y'all, they already know the explanation. I already told them that AOC is by far the most attractive congresswoman. I'm not pretending that she isn't. There's no pretend. Yeah, no, they already just, Sister O'Prey just heard me. So they already joked with me that AOC, that I have a thing for AOC. I freely admit that she's the most attractive congresswoman. Well, You know what? Tulsi Gabbard is probably more attractive now that I know who Tulsi is. But AOC is definitely up there. So it was pretty funny that, so I was yelling at AOC, pissed off at her, and that she was just like, she was in the bed under the covers next to me. Not next to me, she was like maybe 10 feet away. But I just got so mad at her. Not because I didn't think that this really happened, but I thought that she played herself in this movie, and she didn't mind playing in a movie about the president being killed and then saying it was this great thing. So, like I said, it was a really screwed up dream. But I swear, that was the dream I had this morning. That's what I woke up to at 5:30 this morning, and was one of the reasons I did not get a whole lot of sleep, because it felt like a very long dream. One of those dreams that you just don't get a hell of a lot of sleep when you have it. It felt like the dream went on for hours. Huh? Oh my God, the snow has started. The snow, we have some serious snow. Okay, well, we're gonna look at the snow, and then we will start the movie, and then I'll get to the chats, and then we will get to, then we'll start the movie. Here we go, guys. There is the snowfall situation. It's just started a couple of minutes ago here in beautiful Spain. No, it's not Hoth. It could be Hoth, but it's not. It's not Hoth. It is Quiroga. It is snowing in Quiroga. Okay. Okay, so let's read the last of the comments as everybody says I'm crazy, and then we'll start. Well, Ma Mopre admits I'm crazy. She can't even defend that one. Okay. Yeah, Sassy's still on my side. Excellent. Excellent. Thomas Bott says Berto Pre's name is Joey Mary Burnham. Nope, that's not the name. Thomas Bott says I love John Wayne movies. Peter says Discord. I can't get the Discord this second. Well, can I? Peter, I will get to the Discord as soon as it's over. I can't. Maybe I can. Let's see. Do I still have Discord open? Actually, I do have Discord open. I do have Discord open. Okay, and you sent me a link to Facebook. Peter, I don't know why you sent me that. I have no idea why you sent me that. But I can't see that being useful for this. I'm not showing that picture on the screen, Peter. You can post the link in if you want. You're a mod. You can post the link. But I'm not showing the picture. DeAndre uses the Simpsons 20th Century Fox logo. Ralph is standing and singing. That's true. That is true. In the Simpsons movie. Dun 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 dun. Anti-Trigger says, just got back. I hear Bird is saying he's going to talk about a dream. Sigh. Yeah, well, I hope you heard it. I hope you heard it. Thanks, Obama, says Aberjam. Peter Quinn says, did Will Smith play Obama? No, Obama was Obama. Obama was Obama. Peter Quinn says, oh, snow. Darth Calhoun says, hey, Bird, I haven't been coming like, I know, well, I don't know, but I know you haven't been posting a lot, but I know you are, you are in training, if I recall correctly, so, you certainly need not apologize, Darth Calhoun. I did, see you on a couple of DJ Odyssey streams, or Cinnabon streams, or some late night streams after I've gone to sleep. I've seen you talk. So I have been keeping up with you. So I hope you continue to be well. Andy Trigger says, Bird, you should do a speech like MLK Jr. did. I had a dream the other day that involved sex and Obama and Trump. There was no sex involved. It was simply AOC in a bed. If there was sex involved, it would have been a better dream. Carlos says, hey, your mama pray, greatest mom on YouTube. Hail Karoga and Berta Pray. Thank you, Carlo. Hail Karoga. Oh, that's a GIMP slot at Berta Pray. Okay, that's a GIMP suit. Well, I had no idea. I honestly had no idea. Okay, guys, so we're going to start the movie. Again, it is The Empire Strikes Back, Episode 5 of Star Wars. Let's see. We have audio off. Peter Quinn says, sub to me, Darth Calhoun. Berto Prey gave an order. Yes, everybody, one more time. People, please sub to Peter Quinn. He has started live streaming and possibly doing other videos. So sub to him. And Rational Roundtable is yelling, wait. Well, okay, Roundtable, I will wait because you waited for me for about 6 seconds, but you waited for me. So, we will see what you want to wait for. And yes, we are 5 seconds, actually 7 seconds in. I'm 7 seconds in to the movie. So if you want to, son of a bitch. I screwed up. Okay, let's do this again. This is the wrong. This is it. This is the one. Okay. So there we go. So we are 7 seconds into the movie and it is paused. I apologize because it's a little different because we are using Life with Matthew's improved version of the screenshots, where the screenshots actually crossfade into each other rather than are just hard screenshot changes. So it's a little different setup than I'm used to, but come on, where is open with? There we go. Open with. And this is the despecialized edition. And we are 7 seconds in. Let me make sure I have the right audio channel. Nope, we want English. For me, you guys won't hear the audio, but I need to hear the audio. And subtitle. I think we're just going to disable the subtitle. So. Okay, now let's see if Anti-Trekker has something he actually wanted to say. Carlos says, wait, I have missed one. Well, if you missed episode 4, that was last week. Peter says, thanks, Darth Calhoun. Peter Quinn says, just call it Star Saturday, Bird of Prey. You know, we could. And what? So Rational Roundtable has just started streaming so that he can use my stream. It's okay. See, Rational Roundtable needs watch hours. So if you guys want to go to Rational Roundtable, I imagine he will still have the audio of me commenting on the movie while he plays the game. So feel free to head over to Rational Roundtable to get Anti-Trekker. See, Anti-Trekker needs more watch hours as Rational Roundtable so that he can get monetized. So once he gets monetized, then he can get super chats on Rational Roundtable, and then he can stream more on Rational Roundtable. So I understand. I get it. So make your selections now. You can hang out here. Yeah, he went live, but I'm sure he's going to simulcast me on his Rational Roundtable stream. Basically he needs viewers. he needs viewing hours, John DeMarco, so I get it. We'll all be better off once he's able to monetize a second channel. So that's fine. That's fine. I'm giving him permission to simulcast my stream on his, because obviously, it's the sincerest form of flattery. Mike Richards says, F that. Well, whatever. I can't force you to go over, but it's your choice. So we're going to hit play in just a couple seconds. And okay, hold on. Yes, Mama Pray. Well, the thing is, it's supposed to get warmer tonight as the day goes on. Like, it's supposed to get warmer every hour from here on out, right through midnight. So I don't know what the temperature is, but it might be possible we don't need salt. Except it's, I don't know. Yeah, I'll wait. Okay. So who texted? Okay, Alexander, if you head over to Rational Roundtable, Anti-Trekker can play 7 of 9 for you now, if you are so inclined. Space Saturday, says Peter. Well, you see, Peter, the problem is it's not always going to be space movies. We've got Airplane. Well, Airplane 1 is not a space movie, though Airplane 2 is. Indiana Jones are movies I want to show on here. I will have to pick a new name for it. Cinema Saturday, maybe. We'll probably change to Cinema Saturday once we're done with Star Trek and Star Wars. Maybe I'll call it with an S. Cinema Saturdays. Or I'll change Saturday to a C. Then it'll look like Catterday. But no. Whatever it is, we will find an answer. But we do need to get going with the movie, or else it's going to get too late. Neargeyer says, guys, apparently Vader is Luke's father. Is that true? If so, then who is Anakin's father? You have to watch the movie and find out. It's the Bird Cinematic Universe, is John DeMarco. Welcome. Peter will just lurk over here. Yeah, the sound is terrible. Well, yes, we want to. Okay, Mike Richards, Peter Gwynn says you could show the Fantastic Four film I sent you, Bird of Prey. Except, Peter, I'm not a fan of the Fantastic Four. I'm going to be honest. So I doubt we will be watching Fantastic Four anytime. Listen, I understand other people like it. I got no gripes about it. It's just not something I'm into. So we are paused at 7 seconds into the movie. I'm going to hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play, and we are off. A Lucasfilm Limited production. Yay! Okay. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And we get the opening music. Yes, Star Wars. Imagine being in the movie theater, seeing this for the first time in 1980, looking up at that screen, and wow, the Empire strikes back. It is a dark time for the rebellion. Although the Death Star has been destroyed, Imperial troops have driven the rebel forces from their hidden base and pursued them across the galaxy. Evading the dreaded Imperial Starfleet! A group of freedom fighters led by Luke Skywalker has established a new secret base on the remote ice world of Hoth. The evil Lord Darth Vader, obsessed with finding young Skywalker, has dispatched thousands of remote probes into the far reaches of space. Starfleet is evil. And yes, Starfleet was a thing. Right? Star Trek was a big thing by 1980. They knew what they were doing when they called it Starfleet. Imagine Star Trek calling something the Alliance. Well, I guess they did. The Alliance, or the Republic. It was the Romulan Republic. And we get a Star Destroyer. You guys didn't see it yet. There it is. The Star Destroyer. It's shooting. Oh, it's probes. Are those the probes or the ships? It's launched. Resolute says Cinema Saturday sounds like a good title. Thank you. I like it. I'm thinking that is the front runner for sure. So apparently whatever it shot just landed hard into a planet. So, this must be its probe, which looks like a flying droid. Isn't it convenient that droids can fly? Why doesn't R2-D2 just fly? And we don't know who is on some type of snow camel with 2 legs. Oh no, who is it? It's Luke! Luke is alive! And Luke just saw this thing crash, and he's got his space binoculars that don't seem to work very well. Well, let's use my Dick Tracy watch. Echo 3. He didn't pick up any life readings. Maybe you want to mention you just saw something crash to the ground. A meteorite that hit the ground. That's a space alpaca. Oh my God! The abominable snowman just killed the space alpaca. And it's dragging Luke away. It's going to eat him, or it's going to mate with him. Either way, it's going to be bad. Peter Quinn says the Alliance and Republic are free use. The Democratic Republic of Congo would be sued. Now, that's true enough. But in a space opera setting. John DeMarco says R2 did fly in the prequels. Chewie! Chewie's back. Han is back. And they're not Force ghosts. They're real people. Thomas Potts says, Bird of Prey, slow down. You're talking too fast. Thomas, I've been accused of a lot of things in my life. But talking too fast has never been one of them. No. So Han's gotta leave. There's a price on his head. He's gotta pay off Jabba the Hutt, or he's a dead man. And Leia was pretending like she wasn't listening, though she was. Wow. Han said, well, Your Highness, I guess this is it. And she says, that's it. That's right. Leia says, Han, we need you. Oh, she's saying, he says, what about you need me? She said, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Han's saying, I want you to stay because of the way you feel about me. You need to admit that you love him. Like I was saying, he's imagining things. She says, I'd just as soon kiss a Wookiee. And Han says he can arrange that. So C-3PO and R2-D2 are complaining about heating something. So Han turned off his communicator. Apparently Luke never came back. Nobody knows where Commander Skywalker is. Han is saying, you better go find him, it's getting dark. C-3PO thinks Luke's in danger. Dan says, I believe somewhere is the actor who plays Cliff on Cheers. Tauntaun, and thank you, Dan23. I see you mentioned that it's a Tauntaun. The space alpaca is actually called a Tauntaun. I gotta say, it looks a lot like Rorapente. Looks a lot like the surface of Rorapente. Oh, it looks like the Space Yeti has tied Luke Skywalker upside down. So he just woke up, and his feet are, I don't know, frozen to the ice. And luckily, his lightsaber is only inches out of his reach. How did it even fall there? You know, what if it was 500 feet away? So now we see Luke. He's channeling the Force. He's closing his eyes. And he's reaching for it. It's starting to shake. It's moving slowly. I gotta say, this is a lot like my experience with the Force was. But at this point where it started moving, it freaked me out and I had to stop. So Luke takes one swipe of the ice and he falls free. And then a second swipe and the arm gets cut off. Lightsabers leave so many people and creatures armless. They really should be outlawed. They're more a form of torture than a true weapon of war. Take care, Sisso Prey. Bye.
Daddy, go hang out with Grandma. Go, Grandma. No, yeah, go, Grandma.
Thomas is Bird of Prey. Do you know what movie you're watching? Yes. We're watching Star Trek 6, aren't we? Aberjam says this movie looks great on 55 feet. 55 feet at 4K at 60 frames per second. I assume you mean 55 inches. 4K at 60 frames per second. Where is Sister O'Prey going?
Woodside.
Woodside? Huh. Aberjam says, shut up, bird. Wow. So Luke is frozen. I believe he's probably dead. It's unfortunate that Luke has passed away. But I'm sure he will give his powers to somebody else. And that Tauntaun isn't looking so well either. No, they don't want. They need to close the shield doors. And Chewie is pissed. The chances of surviving outside the doors are 725 to 1. Oh, Chewie, we won't see you scream like that ever again. Oh, we do. Although R2 does make mistakes from time to time. Why isn't Leia out there looking for them? Or Chewie? Aw, poor Chewie. I mean, to me, it seems like Chewie looks just like the goddamn Yeti creature, just brown instead of white. Maybe Chewie wouldn't freeze to death if he was outside. And we get our first, and is this our first? We get a Force Ghost. It's Obi-Wan. Ben Kenobi. He says, you gotta go to Dagobah system. You will learn from Yoda, the Jedi Master, who instructed him. Ben! And there comes Han Solo on a Tauntaun. Says, Luke! Give him mouth to mouth, Han. He needs mouth to mouth. And then your lips will freeze together. Oh, and the Tauntaun froze to death. It's so-called the Tauntaun, who lives on this planet naturally, I assume, has frozen to death on this planet. And even though it's frozen to death, it is far warmer inside the body than outside. So, Han borrows, oh my god, Han borrows the lightsaber, cuts open the Tauntaun, and forces Luke into the body of the Tauntaun. Did he bring any portable heaters, a tent or something? Did he bring anything like that? That doesn't appear so. It doesn't appear so. Aberjam is yelling, silver leg, Mandela. No, he had a silver leg last movie. I specifically looked for it. Aberjam's bird of prey solution to everything, kiss a Tauntaun. Oh. So it's the next morning, and now they can use the spaceships. Why weren't they using the spaceships the night before? Or the day before? They could have covered a lot more ground with a couple of those ships. Rogue 2? Where's Rogue One? Oh, we'll find out in 30 years. Rogue 2 found them. Maybe Rogue 2, you want to say you found them alive. I don't know, just in case they think they're dead. It seems like you might want to add that. They're alive, they're okay. Mostly. Oh, this is what every resistance base has. It's water healing tank. Aberjam says you don't fly at 50 feet in a blind storm, bird of prey. Sheesh. How you feeling, kid? Strong enough to pull the ears off a Gundar. So now they won't let Han leave until they activate the energy field. And Leia calls him a laser brain, and Chewie laughs. Oh, and Han is saying that Leia expressed her true feelings for him. Oh, she just called him a scruffy-looking nerve herder. Of course, at this point, Luke doesn't know Leia's his sister and still has the hots for her. And Leia just gives a big old kiss on the lips to Luke to make Han jealous. And Luke puts his arms behind his head. Yeah, Luke. Play it up. Live it up now, Luke. It's gonna get bad. You're gonna get some bad news, Luke. As good as you feel now, it's not gonna go well. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, you don't know much about Star Wars, do you? No, I do not, Wes. I do not. John DeMarco says, just remember, Leo says in Return of the Jedi that somehow she always knew Luke was her brother. I know. Somehow I've always known. Oh, yeah. Even more disturbing. The probe has found something. Maybe if Chewie hadn't yelled at it. They're shooting a probe. Took 2 shots. Chewie was the distraction. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, you're a normie when it comes to Star Wars. You know, it's probably true. Peter Quinn says, if you want to talk incest in movies, Bird of Prey, Back to the Future. What? Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. The first one. But, legitimately, he didn't want that to happen. So now we got a Star Destroyer coming up on an even bigger ship. And we have Darth Vader. Dun 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 dun. I think they've got something, sir. The Hoth system. So, there's human life on the Hoth system, and Darth Vader looked at one screen, and he says, that's it, the rebels are there. So Darth Vader says, set course for the Hoth system, and for the general to prepare his men. And that guy's kind of pissed at the other guy, even though he's completely right. Aberjam says the probe has found something. Bird of Prey 2020. Peter Quinn says Marty's mother did though. No, Marty's mother didn't know that it was her son. Aberjam says Superstar Destroyer Bird of Prey. Even bigger ship. Really? Superstar Destroyer? That's what they call it? Wesley says Bird of Prey, it's okay. Anti-Trigger's a normie when it comes to Star Wars as well. Well, I wasn't asking forgiveness. I was just acknowledging the fact. Right about this time, Anti-Trigger probably thinks he's liberating another section of Karoga. But of course, we know he's in the wrong country. Huh? Wesley says the SSD, the Super Star Destroyer Executor, is its name. Well, that's a fine name. And John Bob says, yes, the Super Star Destroyer Executor. Well, that's a very good name for a ship. The Executor. Oh, now it's an Executor class Dreadnought. Well, there's an energy field protecting the sixth planet. Uh-oh. Darth Vader does not like the Admiral. He came at a light speed too soon. Oh, and he's got a view screen. Oh. You have failed me for the last time. I love how the captain is like trying not to look at his... I love how he's trying not to look at his predecessor being choked to death. Aberjam says super means greater or greatest bird. It's a perfectly legitimate title. It is. I'm not saying it's a bad. It's just, it's plain. It's easy. To be honest, I would have expected something more confusing. So Leia is giving everybody their directions. And they gotta get out of the energy fields. Wesley says, thanks for saying Executor the American way. What other way is there to say it? Ah, they're going to open the shield. Dun, 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 dun. Fire. Ah, they're shooting lasers from the planet. Oh, man, it looks like they're taking some direct hits on the Star Destroyer. But they don't seem to have really done anything. Everybody's cheering. The first transport is away. Executor. Oh, so that's how you say execute. Great. What the hell am I? Executor, the non-American way, is executor. That's not how I would ever say it. And Peter Quinn puts in a link to a Steam app. Did I miss something? Bird of Prey, most people pronounce it executor, like Pokemon. I wouldn't know Pokemon enough to know what the hell the difference. Oh, and we've got our first look at these walking thingamajigs. What are these walking things called? Landwalkers, is that what they're called? Because that would be the most logical name for it, like Superstar Destroyer. These would have to be called Landwalkers. Surf Tricktonic says those ion cannons sure have some range to hit a Star Destroyer in high orbit. Tell Anti-Trigger that one. Well, he had admitted that the planet-based weapons have a huge range, but we've only seen planet-based weapons on Star Wars have ranges that approach ship-based weapons on Star Trek. At? What the hell's an at? They're just called walkers. Walkers for short. All-terrain armored transports, if you want the official name. Gotcha, John. Oh, all-terrain armored transport. AT. I get it. Cronus is Qapla, Mob Boss O'Prey. Qapla, Mob Boss O'Prey. Mom O'Prey, Minions O'Prey, Sis O'Prey, Sassy O'Prey, Alpacas O'Prey, and Irradiated Orphans O'Prey. What did I miss? About the first 20% of the movie. Kronos, and a very strange dream where I was sharing a hotel room with AOC. Wesley says Bird of Prey, all-terrain armors transport. Thank you. Kronos says don't forget the live switch. I'm on live switch, Kronos. But because it's a movie, I'm only reading select comments. If you need me to read your comment, it has to have @BirdoPrey5 in it. If it doesn't have @BirdoPrey5 in it, then it's hit or miss if I read it. So Luke is taking command here. He found a way to take down these AT walkers, I guess. He's like, oh, let's shoot that wire out. Yeah, it's very convenient we have this. There we go. Now you can't walk. Detach cable. Very convenient. And now it can't walk and it falls down. Falls down, go boom. And they were so easily able to destroy it. The rebels don't think they can protect 2 transports at a time, but Leia says they have to. Now Chewie is saying something and Han is saying no. They're loading R2 into an X-Wing. Kronos says, what movie is this? It looks like Stargate. It's one of the Star Wars movies, Kronos. It's in the middle somewhere. Rita Quinn says, Dark Avengers revealed Bird of Prey. Christian Bale as the Green Goblin. I don't know what Dark Avengers really is, but that's cool, I guess. It's not Debbie Does Dallas. I'm still listening to the movie. I'm muting the microphone for a minute. You know why. So who would have thought it? Han Solo stayed behind to rescue the princess. I thought for sure we had seen the last of that guy. He seemed kind of like an asshole to me. So Luke has grappled himself up like Anti-Trekker playing Just Cause and did a little lightsaber action and caused the thing to blow up. Kronos is bird of prey. You are not 5x5. Yeah, no, I went silent to, Jaloja. Well, Wesley, some are longer than others. Son of a bitch. Maximum firepower? Why would you ever not be using maximum firepower? You can't hear me? How can you not hear me? You heard me say something. So Kronos is saying he can't hear me. You could hear me just fine. I put the volume up. There was plenty of volume. Thank you, Peter. Abadjam says the armor is as strong for our blasters. Trips them up and destroys them with blasters. Yes. Resu Germ says no need for max power when cutting down rebels on foot. But why the hell not? You could cut down more rebels with less shots. Wesley says bird of prey. Some are longer than others. That's what his girlfriend says. I'm sorry? So they're having trouble taking off the Millennium Falcon. And Leia doesn't think that this bucket of bolts is going to get them past. And these special snow stormtroopers have a different helmet. So Leia says, someday you're going to be wrong, and I just hope I'm there to see it. Typical thing. And there's Darth Vader, and he just watches the Millennium Falcon leave. And, yeah, everybody was watching it go. Why didn't Darth Vader use the Force to stop it? So Luke finds his ship with R2 in it, and getting ready to take off. Kronos says Jar Jar is my least favorite character. Kronos, is Jar Jar better or worse than Jake Sisko in Deep Space Nine? Surf Trictronics says 6x6 means we can't see you. Well, that's good, because I'm not supposed to be able to see me right now. Abadjam says more than blasters, more in blasters means less power for walking range. Kronos' hungry eyes is what Bird of Prey has for AOC. Yeah, Surf Trictronics says, why can't Vader force pull down the Falcon? Because he's not as strong as Rey, I guess. Han doesn't want to hear any crap from C-3PO. He says, shut him up or shut him down. And, literally we have Star Destroyers ramming into each other, I guess. Or almost. They were jumping to light speed. And that they were not able to jump. And so C3PO say, I noticed earlier the hyperdrive has been damaged. It's impossible to go light speed. He needs hydro spanners, stat. Kronos' bird of prey, well, both are clumsy, annoying, whiny, and kind of third-rate characters. This is going to be a tough one. Alexa! Stop! I had to set Alexa so I could turn something off. Yeah, he's going into an asteroid field, lady. $3,720 to 1. Never tell me the odds, says Han. Yeah. C3PO doesn't understand the power of plot armor. Kronos' bird of prey just got flayed. Surf Electronics is C3PO, and R2 are gay bots. There's a clip from The Simpsons where they're at Buy My Sci-Fi Con. And at Buy My Sci-Fi Con, they're having robot wrestling. And they announce at whatever time they're going to have the cool robots or whatever. The cool robots from Battlestar Galactica are going to fight the gay robots from Star Wars. And you see the original Battlestar Galactica Centaurions versus R2-D2 and C3PO. I thought it was hilarious. That was a great clip from The Simpsons. Of course, now you're not allowed to say gay in that way anymore on TV. But at the time, I don't know, 1998, it was funny. Kronos says, did you just tell Alexa? I'm sure AOT likes that kind of treatment. Wow. Kronos says, go to played, not played. Wow, just wow. Go to played. What the hell are you talking about? Played. I have no idea. Resolute Bird, how do you not know the played reference? I don't. What are we referring to? Aberjam says this movie really needs a woke robot fighting scene for Android equal rights. Peter says, by the way, Bird of Prey, how many hours streaming do you have to get revenue? Peter, it's not how many hours you have to stream. You have to have, I believe it's 4,000 hours of people watching your stream in the past year. So the problem, well, I would say don't worry so much, Peter Quinn, about the hours. For especially if you do live streams like you are doing, you will get the 4,000 hours of view time long before you hit 1,000 subscribers. I had 4,000 hours of view time back when I had like 300 or 400 subscribers. It wasn't the view time, it was the subscriber numbers. The only channels that really have to worry about the view time are channels that put out really short, 2 to 3 minute videos. Then maybe they could have 1,000, 2,000 subscribers, and they might not have all that view time yet. But when you're doing 20, 30, 40 minute, hour long streams, you can pull up that view time quite easily. And frankly, that's probably why Anti-Trekker is streaming as Rational Roundtable right now. just to pull up that view time, because that's what his channel lost in the last, several years that he hasn't been using it. And that's probably why he's demonetized. Yosef's Bird of Prey timestamp, no notification. I'm sorry, Yosef. We are at 42 minutes and 50 seconds. 42:50 right now. Yeah, that monster in the water was at 42:50. And I started right after Anti-Trekker, so I kind of hope people who were on Anti-Trekker stream would have came over, but if you weren't there. Kronos says, thanks for trying to help to explain Played nerds. UK, average UK, plaid, equal the color pattern, Bird of Prey. It's all Space All's reference. Plaid speed from Spaceballs? Played. I've seen Spaceballs, but I don't remember Played speed. I remember ludicrous speed. What are you talking about, Played speed? Surf Trektronics says, don't waste your time making a channel. It took Anti-Trekker 30 years to get popular. You can work on a second job to make more money. Well, I agree. Don't make a YouTube channel to make money. There are far easier ways to make money than a YouTube channel. It will take you tons and tons of hours before you start making profit off your YouTube channel. And I mean, I wouldn't even consider myself making profit off the YouTube channel because we get to see what Darth Vader looks like without the helmet. Because I'm paying like for StreamYards. I'm paying, well, the Resolve is free now, but I used to have to pay for Sony Vegas. I've got to pay for a graphics editor, although I could use a free one. There's a lot of stuff you got to pay for. A microphone, a decent microphone, a decent camera. If you're going to have a green screen, that costs money. You need the green screen, you need a holder, you need lights. So you could end up investing hundreds and hundreds of dollars before you get streaming to where you want to stream. And then, it could be years before you end up monetized. It really depends. So if you just needed money, there are much easier ways to get money, assuming you can get out of your house. Even if you're bedbound, you can probably find other things you can work from home and make more money on. But if you want to enjoy what you do, and you enjoy talking to people, and you enjoy, talking about Star Wars and Star Trek and sci-fi, then yes, it's good. And if you just look at the money as a bonus, that's the way to do it. If you're really trying to do this as a career, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Like Anti-Trekker, he knows he's trying to make it his career. It is going to be tough for him to get to, because he's thinking he's going to need 100,000 subscribers to make this into his career. And he's not looking to make big money. He just wants $40,000 or $50,000 a year from a YouTube career. He's not looking to make $100,000 or $200,000. He's just looking for $40,000, $50,000. And he thinks he's going to need 100,000 subscribers. That's not an easy task. It's not. I don't know what Nerdrotic makes or Doomcock makes, although I can say that they certainly make a lot off their super chats. But they're investing that money, I would imagine, like, their services to rewatch if you want services. They've gotten new computers. The computers that do what they want to do, they're not cheap. If you want YouTube, do it for fun. the money is just extra. Don't do YouTube trying to make your job out of it. It's not going to go well. I think people who do YouTube for fun and then they find out along the way that they've got some, I hate for gimmick, but they've got something that people want, and then they just find out that they become far more popular than they ever thought they'd be. Then those people are lucky, but they're basically lottery winners. The average person can't come on YouTube and expect to become a YouTube, expect to become PewDiePie. Those people are few and far between, or even a Nerdrotic. And Nerdrotic is far smaller than PewDiePie. So here's Yoda pretending to be an idiot. And Luke says he's looking for a great warrior. He doesn't think that that's Yoda. He says Yoda's making a mess. Yoda says, mine or I'll help you not. Oh, and R2 comes through. And Yoda picks up a stick. And Luke tells R2 to just let him have it. Luke tells him to move along. I have a lot of work to do. He says, I'm not looking for a friend, I'm looking for a Jedi Master. He says, oh, Jedi Master Yoda, you seek. And Yoda says he'll take him to him. But we must eat. I forgot that this was really the first meeting of Yoda. I totally forgot this is what Yoda was like when they first met. Kronos says, why is Anti-Trekker playing games on his You Want to Learn About Jesus channel? Kronos, I didn't ask him specifically, but as I was saying earlier, to get monetized, you need 4,000 viewing hours. And playing a game and having 10, 20, 30 people watch you play the game is a great way to increase your viewing hours. Or 9 people. Whatever it is he has. It all adds up. Peter Quinn says, well, I'll stream when I'm playing games or even if I'm bored. But very cool, Peter. That's it. Stream when you want it. When you're playing a game anyway, you might as well stream it. If you're bored, you might as well stream. But, I'm assuming you're streaming for the fun first. And if money ever comes of it, that's a great side effect. So Han wanted to help Leia with something, and she pushed him away. And Han is about to say you should smile more or something. And Leia says when he's not acting like a scoundrel. Han's saying scoundrel. Oh. He's massaging her hand. She's like, stop that. She's like, my hands are dirty. Han is like, my hands are dirty too. She's trembling. Oh. He's moving in. He's moving in for the kiss. Oh, and she went for it. She initiated it. And C-3PO comes at the worst possible time. And Leia is embarrassed and runs away. And oh shit, a meteor just took out a Star Destroyer. So the captain is saying because of all the damage they've sustained, the rebels must be dead. And Darth Vader says, nope, they're alive. So the new admiral says that the Emperor commands Darth Vader makes contact. So Darth Vader says, get the ship out of the asteroid field so they can get a clear connection. Why doesn't he just force Skype him? Oh, he has this kneeling pad. What is thy bidding, my master? There's a great disturbance in the Force. We have a new enemy, Luke Skywalker. He could destroy us. And Darth says, he's just a boy. Obi-Wan can't help him. Darth, and he says, the son of Skywalker must not become a Jedi. Darth Vader says, if he can be turned. And so Darth Vader says, he will join us or die, master. Peter says, well, stream one playing. I read that. Oh man, this got caught up. This got stuck up. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, you sound cringy when describing Han and Leia's intimate moment. That's not Palpatine, says Kronos. It's kind of cringy. I don't. What do you want me to say? So Luke is in Yoda's cave, which of course isn't nearly as tall as it needs to be, and Luke does not like the taste of the food. Alexander with a $2 Canadian super chat. Best Emperor personification, talented old lady. What? You saying that the Emperor is a talented old lady? Thank you, Alexander. I appreciate it. I appreciate the $2 Canadian. Aberniff is just my luck. Divicutitis strikes and I get to listen to a commentary from the toilet. Well, Aberjam, it's possibly the right place for it. Oh, and now Yoda saying I can't teach him. The boy has no patience. And Ben Kenobi says he will learn patience. Yoda says much anger in him like his father. Ben says, was I any different when you caught me? Yoda says he's not ready, and now Luke finally realizes that he's Yoda. Luke says, I'm ready. I kissed a girl today. I'm ready. Yoda's trained Jedi for 800 years. Alexander says, Bird of Prey, this is an old lady with a towel on her head who plays the Emperor. Look on the internet. Is it? I never knew. John DeMar says that was actually an old lady playing the Emperor in that one scene. They just dubbed another dude's voice. Wow, I never knew. So now Yoda's saying Luke is too old to begin the training. But I learned so much. Yoda's trying to find any excuse he can. Will he finish what he begins? No, he won't. And Luke says, I won't fail you. Yes, you will. And he says, I'm not afraid. You will be. And yes, Yoda says, you will be. You will be. We have a Star Destroyer just blasting asteroids like it's some type of video game. And we have some of those. I forget what the hell those are called. Just TIE fighters and whatever. Just dropping bombs. So Leia was sitting down, minding her own business, and she sees something or someone moving about the ship. Oh my god, it's a space organism. Leia comes running. There's something outside in the cave. Oh, Han's going out. And Leia's going with him. And Chewie looks like he's going too. And how do they have atmosphere in this random cave? How do they have an atmosphere in this random cave? It's an M-class asteroid? I don't get it. And Leia says the ground feels strange. It doesn't feel like rock. An awful lot of moisture. I have a bad feeling about this. It's almost like you flew into... it's a Minoc. They chew on the power cables. So Han tells Leia to go inside, and then something comes flying over. C-3PO is, even though he's inside a window, he's telling people to go away. And Chewie just shot the wall, and the whole ship moved. And Han is realizing that he made a terrible mistake. This isn't a cave. Get in! Get in! This isn't a cave! Oh, you don't even help the princess? Holy shit, he didn't even help the princess. Yeah, they gotta get out of there. We're taking off. Oh, and now it looks like an esophagus. The cave is collapsing. It's no cave! Yeah, like you didn't realize those were just big giant teeth, princess. And as it turns out, it's a space monster with an atmosphere in its belly, even though it lives in the vacuum of space. Alexander with another $2 Canadian super chat. Thank you, Alexander. We support your quest for a Rose Tico series bird. You know, Alexander, as I said, I'm not against a Rose Tico series, but I don't ever remember specifically being for a Rose Tico series. But I will lend my name to it, sure. Surf says they cut the scene with Luke and Leia to keep it a secret. Ben Solo was their kid. Han Solo never got a DNA test. Wow. So Luke is asking if the dark side was stronger. No, but it's more seductive. John DeMarco says the Empire keeps its ships' names pretty simple. Wesley says, bird of prey, my phone in my pocket, almost super chatted you. Almost, damn it, not good enough. Yes, it's an M-class stomach, Yosef. They're in a gobbledygook space monster. Aberjam says it looks like a Krogan uranium mine. No. Chrono says Minkos. Minocs. Minocs are like living vacuums for Geloja. Could save some electricity if I adopted a Minoc. I will think I'll live without the Minoc. Those teeth are a little scary. Abigail says you don't need to help the Princess Bird of Prey. She's stunning and brave. Yes, she is. Alexander with another $2 Canadian super chat. You can start the movement and we will support you. Thank you, Alexander. Then officially here, at this moment, I start the movement for a Rose Tico series. A Rose Tico series. I want it to be a prequel, so we'll get to see her sister. A lot of her sister. But it will be the Rose Tico series. Wesley says my pocket said do it. So here's your super chat. Thank you, Wesley. Qapla. We've got Jim Kirk now as part of Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. It's canon. You've seen it here. Rose Tico does Dallas, says Kronos. You know what? Maybe it'll be the Ticos do Dallas. That we can all get behind. John DeMarco says you heard it here first. Bird wants a Rose Tico prequel. And Joseph with a €2 super chat. He women support Rose Tico series quest. He women. Are those different than she males? He women. Thank you for the super chats, guys. Another Star Trek one. Oh! And now we have Luke and Darth Vader. And it is a slow motion fighting sequence. Yes, slow motion. Oh, and he killed him. Darth Vader's dead. Darth Vader is dead. Luke cut off his head. The entire series is over. Oh, shit. Now it blew up. Oh, no, it's Luke's face. It's Luke's face in the helmet. He was Darth Vader all along. What's going on? I'm so confused. And Yoda is not happy. R2 is like, what the hell's going on? Why am I so dirty? Can't somebody wash me off? Wesley says, Bird, wouldn't it be he females? Listen. I only want she women. I don't want he women. Alexander says everyone with Bird of Prey for a Rose Tico series will win. Yes, Qapla. The Star Destroyer, what? Vengeance? A substantial. Oh, is that a Mandalorian? Is that a Mandalorian? Substantial reward for whoever finds the Millennium Falcon, but he wants them alive. $10 donation. Kronos, I demand a Mamo Prey casino tale. Okay, well, I'll ask Mamo Prey, Kronos, after the movie's over, if she has a casino tale. But we got a little less than an hour left in the movie, Kronos. I don't think I can't stop the movie. I greatly appreciate it, though, Kronos. I'll find some way. Okay, Mamo Price is after the movie. Kronos says, always with the excuses. John DeMarco says, yes, that's Boba Fett. You may have heard of him. I have heard of him. So that's Boba Fett. So that's why everybody said The Mandalorian was supposed to be a Boba Fett series. No ship that small has a cloaking device. They disappeared. Says, get a shuttle ready. He's going to assume full responsibility for losing them and apologize to Lord Vader. And Luke is doing a one-handed handstand with Yoda on his foot. Use the Force. And he's raising a rock. Feel it. He's putting the rocks on top of each other. Immortal Technique says, hi guys, Mamo Pray and Doggo Pray. Qapla Immortal Technique, welcome. Did Luke just fall over? Did I miss Luke falling? Son of a bitch. So Luke says, we'll never get it out now. And Yoda. They're saying, always with you, it cannot be done. He's saying Luke is a negative Nancy. Luke says, those were little stones. This is totally different. And Yoda says, no, not different. You must unlearn what you have learned. No, try, do, or do not. There is no try. The dumbest line in any movie, perhaps. There is no try. Of course there's a try. Lots of people try things and fail. Do or no do. There is no try. That is nonsense. Right? That is total nonsense. It's just a word, that's just a line that sounds good in a movie, but it makes no sense in real life. Yoda, I guess he did not do. Because it's sinking again. Give him some help, Yoda. You can do it. It's too big, says Luke. And Yoda says, size matters not. Look at him. Yoda's ally is the Force. It's a powerful ally. Life creates it and makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Wow. You must feel the Force around you. Between you, me, the tree, the rock. Everywhere, but a rock's not a living thing, Yoda. Even between the air and the ship? Or the lamb in the ship? Kronos says, sweet, yes. Kronos' apology accepted, Captain, Bird of Prey. As soon as, yes, we'll get it, Kronos' Bird of Prey, I try to listen to your streams, I fail every time. You fail, you're here almost all the time, Kronos. Thomas Potts' Bird of Prey, you tried best and failed miserably. The lesson is never try, Homer Simpson. That is true. Oh, I get you, Kronos. You try to listen to your streams, I got you. Try. Try, or do, or don't do, there is no try. Kronos says, I thought midichlorians bound the universe together, but I guess midichlorians are found in living things, so whatever. Peter says, how dare you call the Rock not living? Dwayne Johnson will kill you. I don't think the Rock would kill me. So, Yoda is showing Luke how it's done. With his eyes closed. I wonder if closing your eyes helps it work. So this, even though it was in like a lake, it's covered in seaweed. And Luke says, I don't believe it. And Yoda tells him that's why he failed. As he says, that's why you fail. Kronos says Yoda had one eye slightly open. He cheated like you tend to do. So, Vader kills off another guy. It's gotta be tough. It's gotta be tough to be next in the chain of command. So he says, apology accepted. So he just upgraded this guy to Admiral. And he says, don't fail me again, Admiral. And they're still looking for the Millennium Falcon. And what do you know? It's been on the back of the Death of the Star Destroyer the entire time. Nobody thought to look back there. A manual release for the landing claw. R2 is saying surrender is perfectly acceptable in these circumstances. And he had red eyes. And Leia shut C-3PO off finally. Lando Calrissian. Card player, gambler, scoundrel. Leia would like him. The mining colony. Yeah, Lando and him go back a long way. And Leia asks if he trusts Lando. Han says no, but Lando doesn't like the Empire. He'll tell him that. So they've detached and are now floating away as space junk, and Leia gives him a kiss. Leia gives him a kiss as they float away as space junk. Because goddamn do those ships pollute space. And sure enough, I guess one of the better bounty hunters figured that's what would happen. And also launched as space junk. So now Luke is raising 3 different things, including R2-D2. Through the Force, he'll see the future, the past, and old friends long gone. He's looking for Han and Leia, and he dropped everything. Yoda saying he has to learn control. Peter Quinn says, nah, he won't kill you, Bird of Prey. From what I've heard Garrett Wang at a convention, he's a nice bloke. Gotcha. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, how's the weather? You gonna do a chair live stream after Mama Prey Tale? No, Kronos. Not gonna be doing a chair live stream. Looks like we got about an inch of snow right now. Mama Prey is actually outside. Mama Prey is she's using a broom to sweep the snow. Oh, you see, this is what gets me the saddest. Poor Mama Prey. Poor Mama Prey, and I'm gonna put the video on outside just for a quick second, just so you can see what's going on. Where are the security cameras? So he's trying to reach Lando Calrissian. There. So that's what's going on outside. Oh, it's hard to see. Mama Prey's right behind the chat. But she's using her broom to sweep away the snow. Luckily, the snow isn't sticking. So if it was any bigger, we would hired somebody to clean the snow, but it seems like she can literally blow it away with a broom. She actually does have, she has a leaf blower if she needed to use it. If there was more snow, she'd be using a leaf blower to blow the snow away. But for now, she can just sweep it away. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, I'd never seen someone... Wait. I'd never seen someone know so little Star Wars do a movie review of it. Well, it's more commentary than a review, although we'll review it too, but it's basically my favorite Star Wars movie, so... I'll tell you, it's not going to be a long review. It's just going to be more or less my favorite Star Wars movie. Peter Quinn says The Rock would defo raise people's eyebrows at you, though. Yeah, he would. Peter Quinn says if you smell The Rock, if you smell what The Rock is cooking. Thomas Bott says do a sled life. I wish I could. I wish I could. Oh, and Leia understands. He realizes that something is up. Lando says, what did you do to my ship? Han says, you lost her to me fair and square. Says, hi to Chewbacca. Still hanging around with this loser. Oh, hello. What have we here? He's Lando Calrissian. I'm the administrator. Kisses her on the hand. Are you still allowed to kiss women on the hand? I mean, like if a woman came up to me in the street and I took her hand and I kissed it, would I go to jail for that now? John DeMarco says, poor Mama Prey. Yeah, I feel terrible. I feel terrible when it snows. I used to love the snow. But now I feel terrible. Because I used to be the one who used to clear the snow. I mean, even when I was a kid, I would be the one clearing the snow. Now, Mama Prey. I mean, listen, we could hire somebody. But for the $50 it would cost us to get somebody here to do it, like she can literally do it in 10 or 15 minutes with a broom. Now, I'd never ask her to shovel. I wouldn't, in fact, I wouldn't have to ask her. I would tell her, I've told her no shoveling. So, C-3PO. C-3PO heard what he thought was an R2 unit. And Chewbacca is not happy. It looks like C-3PO has been taken out. Sled life would be interesting. Peter Quinn says, get some cat litter, Bird of Prey. It melts. No, we have pet safe ice melt, Peter Quinn. The thing is, it's actually getting warmer as the day goes on today. So I don't think we need ice melt, but we have plenty of it. Peter Quinn says, buy Mama Prey something nice for me, like snow gloves. I will try. She has plenty of gloves, Wesley. We have gloves, and we have ice melt. Now, if she's not wearing the gloves, that's just her choice. Peter Quinn says, a nice bird of prey. Always have some spare when it snows. Yes. We have plenty of ice melt. We have plenty of gloves. We have plenty of shovels. Not that we shovel, but in case we hire somebody who shovels and they don't have a shovel, we have our own shovels. John Street says, bird of prey, put a snowplow on Sassy and make her clear the sidewalk and driveway. I would love to do that. And Sassy would love to do that. Mike Richards, bird of prey, I have a heart transplant. I understand your frustration not being able to help. Yeah, Mike Richards, I agree. I mean, I'm sure you must be very restricted on what you can do. John DeMarco says, you would go to jail, bird, but Lando is just that slick. I know. Yeah, I would go to jail. So, Luke finally got the okay from Yoda, and Ben, oh no, Ben is saying, wait, don't give in to hate. That leads to the dark side. Luke says he will and he will return, he promises. And Yoda is not. Or Yoda says, told you I did. Reckless he is. Matters are worse. Ben Kenobi says that boy's our last hope. And Yoda says no. There is another. But who? John reads his bird of prey for kissing women's hand. No, they would just tar and feather you before making you leave Karoga. Joseph says in Slovakia we had to clean the sidewalks in front of our houses, but was considered unconstitutional slave-like act because it does not belong to us and we're not paid for it. Yeah, our sidewalks don't belong to us either, but we have to clean the snow in front of them too. Oh, maybe we need to start a lawsuit that's indentured servitude or slavery. Immortal Technique says $50. No, well, the problem, Immortal Technique, is that in New York City, you don't. I mean, it's hard to get anybody to come over for less than $50. I mean, if there was a group of kids walking down the block, we could probably get it for $20-25. But it's very, very rare that we have a group of kids walking down the block because there's just not enough snow today. And I mean, the good thing is it's not going to snow enough that's going to be an issue, hopefully. So Chewbacca managed to get the pieces of C-3PO. Found them in a junk pile. So. Oh, Lando. He's looking at Leia like he looks at a droid. He's like, Leia, I loved you like I loved my ship. You okay, Mama Prey?
Yeah.
Saw you sweeping out there.
Yeah. I waited a little while. I can't temperature.
Surf says, why don't people use a flamethrower to remove snow?
Hey, I didn't think that was snow.
I told him about the snowblower. Wesley says, bird of prey, Chewie really cares about everyone else in his group. He's just a big teddy bear. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Wesley says, bird of prey, I will shovel snow for you. Just send me round-trip airplane tickets. Yeah. Oh, and here's Darth Vader and Boba Fett and the stormtroopers have all come in. Lando turned them in. He apologizes. He had no choice. They were here before him. And Han is like, I'm sorry too. And Chewie is crying. So now they have to sit down and at a table with Darth Vader. And so Luke is headed right for him. Poor Chewie, the alarm is going off. It's making Chewie go nuts. It's making me a little annoyed too. Joseph, what's the difference between a snow blower and a leaf blower? Well, usually a snow blower has more wheels, and a leaf blower you carry on your back. Peter Quinn says Elon Musk has a range of flamethrowers you can purchase. Yeah, not in New York, Peter. They made sure they made them illegal in New York. As soon as they saw that, and it wasn't technically illegal, they passed a new law making them illegal in New York. Because all things are illegal in New York. Rambling Canucks is Bird of Prey. You should get Mama Prey a leaf blower way easier than a broom. She has one. She has a leaf blower, and she does use it from time to time. Yeah, they made it illegal, Peter. C-3PO's alive again. What the hell are they doing? To Han. No! Poor Han. They're torturing the man. So Vader tells Boba Fett that she can take Han Solo to Jabba after he's got Luke. So Lando knows to shut the hell up. And he says, perhaps you think I'm being treated unfairly. And he said, good, it'd be unfortunate if I had to leave a garrison here. So C-3PO's eyes just shut off. His head's on backwards. Even I knew that. He's backwards. And two guards came back to drop Lando off. Not Lando. Han back. Han says he feels terrible. And that very comfortable bed comes out of the wall. And there's Leia. Leia comes back in through a different door. Stroking his hair. So they didn't even ask him any questions. Leia kisses his head and makes it all better. Says Lando's here. Everybody's pissed. So Lando said they're not after you, they're after Luke Skywalker. Says where the bait. And Han punches Lando. So he says, listen, Leia and Chewie are going to be able to stay here with me. At least they won't be hurt. But Han's getting turned over to the bounty hunter. The only person Vader wants is Skywalker. So Leia says Han certainly has a way with people. I've forgotten about 95% of this movie. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, I'm not joking. I will walk Sassy as well. I've always wanted to visit New York. How much is it for LAX to New York? I don't know, Wes. I don't know. A few years ago when Sisso Prey was working for JetBlue, we could have got some buddy passes for you. Peters is never mind. Vile Mike, you missed Bird of Prey saying The Rock is not alive. Joseph is all good here. How much do we need to watch our language now, Vile? Why are you asking Vile? Oh, because the Vile child. She has a worse mouth than him. Still not right, says Mama Prey.
I mean, I have the worst mouth than most of you guys get. But I don't want to hear it.
Joseph is Vile. Wow, people's capitalized. I'm honored. Hey. So. They don't know what's going on. Han is being put in cargo freeze. And Chewbacca's throwing some stormtroopers off a ledge. They were about to shoot him, and Vader said, no, don't shoot. So Han tells Chewie that he has to take care of the princess. And Chewie's like, but she didn't even give me a medal. She didn't even give me a medal last movie. Now you want me to take care of her, and he gets a last kiss. And Princess Leia tells Han she loves him. And Han says, I know. I love you. I know. As Han gets dunked into the carbonite, or whatever the hell it's called. Chewie is screaming. It's all very, very emotional. Poor C-3PO. I'm not even going to say poor C-3PO. He's being carried on the back of Chewie, so he can't see what's going on. Oh, so the Vile child is actually controlling Vile Mike's account. Because Vile Mike is driving. Welcome. Happy late birthday, Vile child. And now we see what it looks like to be frozen. Oh, and they drop him like a slate. And he does not look happy. Lando does not look happy either. And Leia is almost crying. What is Lando checking? Lando's making sure he's alive. He's alive and in perfect hibernation. So now they're going to do the same thing to Luke Skywalker. So he found out that Luke just landed. And Darth Vader says, see to it that he finds his way in there. Oh, and now Darth Vader's changing his mind. He's saying the princess and the Wookiee go to his ship. And Lando says, but you said they would be left under my supervision. And Darth Vader says, I'm altering the deal. Lando wanted first dibs at that. And there's Luke Skywalker with his blaster. He probably doesn't even know what he's seeing. Yeah, that's what happens when you make deals with evil jerks. Oh. R2-D2 can't be silent even if they wanted him to. Yeah, Josh reads as Wesley. Looks like it'd be cheaper to fly on Spirit. LAX to Newark Liberty is around $400. That's if you go next weekend and stay till the 1st. I wouldn't want anybody to fly Spirit Airlines. That's cruel and unusual punishment. Vile Child says her birthday celebration was pretty good. Very cool. So Luke is looking around. R2-D2. He should just shoot R2-D2. Uh-oh. R2-D2 got locked out. What did Luke walk onto that he just came up from the middle of the floor? And was that an elevator? I mean, did he know he was walking into a lift? Huh. Oh, Darth Vader's there. The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet. Luke takes out his sword, and Darth Vader takes out his sword. And even I can tell Darth Vader isn't even trying. He's playing pure defense. I don't know why he's even backing up, just to, I guess, give confidence to the boy. That looks like the first mistake Darth Vader made. Oh, and now Lando has changed the deal again. Hold him in the security tower and keep it quiet. And so Chewie starts choking him. C-3PO is saying, trust him. Lando saying we had no choice. Lando says we need to get out of here. There's still a chance to save Han. The East platform. C-3PO is apologizing, saying he's very sorry. He's only a Wookiee. Yosef's is €330 Vienna to New York. Wesley's is vertebrae. How many home chores for $400? Peter Quinn says 293 pounds. Newcastle to New York. And John Street says, but Wesley will be stopping in Las Vegas. Home chores for $400. Well, there's a couple of outdoor lights that need to be replaced. There's some, I don't know, can you paint? There's some patching and painting. A lot of cleaning. A lot of junk to be moved around.
Can you put down the floor?
Oh yeah, can you put down a floor? How are you at flooring, Wesley? Peter says Vegas, baby.
Flooring under the hospital bed.
Mama Pray wants a new floor in the living room. Oh, all too easy. Oh, and he jumped out of there like Spider-Man. Oh, he's perhaps not as strong as the Emperor thought. Now he's impressed that he got up that far. Most impressive. And he picked back up his lightsaber. He's saying, release your anger. Darth Vader falls off a cliff. He's dead. No, he's not dead. That'd be too easy. Joseph says, what kind of floor? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Laminate? What's that called? There's a wood floor that came with the house that's in not the best shape. I want to put something over it. We had linoleum, but it was just temporary when we thought I was going to be walking in another year or two. We had them pull up the carpet and just put linoleum for the hospital bed. But after 8 or 9 years, the linoleum started falling apart. So Mama Pray pulled up all the linoleum herself. And now we're back to the wood floor, but unfortunately in a few places where they glued down the linoleum, it just doesn't look so great. And Mama Pray would really like a better looking floor. But it also has to be waterproof because Sassy and her Gelojas don't always, aren't always perfect. Okay, so Luke is hanging on. Even though that there'd be a tremendous air pressure change, that would be sucking or blowing Darth Vader out. It doesn't matter. Security code's been changed. R2 can fix that. So Lando is saying the Empire is taking control of the city. He advises everyone to leave. And R2-D2 got a bit of an electric shock. And they are leaving him behind. He blames C-3PO. Josh Street says, blame it on Sassy and not your Geloja machine. It's not my Geloja machine. It's Sassy. Continuum Track says, Luke likes the sucking and blowing. So he's telling us R2-D2 was talking about the hyperdrive. C-3PO says, we're not interested. Just open the door. Now close the door. Instead, we get a smoke screen. It would have been better to close the door. The C-3PO's head is hitting the roof of the ship, the bottom of the ship. And C-3PO says it hurts. So their droids are programmed to feel pain. Why would they program them to feel pain? What sick bastard? What sick bastard programmed them to feel pain? And they take off and Continuum Trek, Qapla Continuum Trek. Return of the Jedi is still the best one. I always thought Empire Strikes Back was the best, and I thought Return of the Jedi was the worst. But that was way back, before there were prequels. I haven't watched these in a long time, so I may end up changing my mind. Oh, a hallway that leads to the middle of absolutely nothing. It's like great how they build all this stuff with all these far falls. I mean, just think of all that useful floor space if they'd only put a floor across. Oh no, Luke lost an arm. He lost a hand. His hand has been cut off. He says, Darth Vader's still trying to get him to join. Says we can complete your training. With their combined strength, we can bring order to the galaxy. Luke says, I will never join you. He says, if you only knew the power of the dark side. And Obi-Wan never told him what happened to his father. He told me you killed him. Didn't he just say, Luke, I am your father? I thought that was never said in Star Wars. He just said, Luke, I am your father. Luke is like, no, it's not true. It's impossible. Search your feelings. You know it's to be true. And Luke is yelling, no, no. He's saying, we can destroy the Emperor. It's your destiny. We can rule the galaxy as father and son. And I will never tell you that you have a sister. So it won't be weird. He probably was right-handed. And Luke just jumps to his death. This is the end of Luke Skywalker. Oh wait, he falls into a slide. How convenient. How convenient he fell into a slide and then was able to stop without killing himself. Oh shit, and then he fell into another slide that had a hole that ejects him out to the edge of the flying city stuff. Wow. Wow. So, you know what? For all the people complaining about Rise of Skywalker, that there were too many coincidences, there seemed to be a lot of coincidences in the last minute. Oh, he said, no, I am your father. Okay. Okay. He's a Jedi, so it's not that it was coincidence, it was by design. He purposely chose to slide into that slide and stop where he stopped and then fall through that hole and then get ejected out into the atmosphere. And now he's calling Leia, who happens to be flying. Hear me, Leia. What if Leia was getting busy with Lando right now? Would she stop what she was doing? She knows where Luke is. Just do it, Chewie. So we see the U-turn of the Millennium Falcon. Darth Vader wants his shuttle. Josh reads says, what? Wesley Crusher is Berto Prey's father? Wow. Peter Quinn says Luke was aware he wouldn't be killed. Berto Prey, look at Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon in the prequels. Well, they're prequels. We don't know that yet. Okay, easy, Chewie. And Lando's there to catch him. Lando says, let's go. We don't even get to see the Luke falling in. I guess that was too expensive to shoot. And Surf Electronics saying Vader used the Force to save Luke during his fall. Interesting theory. Did she just kiss him again? Did she just kiss him again, that hussy? So, Darth Vader planned this all. They deactivated the hyperdrive on the Millennium Falcon. Apparently, there's no light on the dashboard to say that the hyperdrive is deactivated. Surf Trictronics says Luke and Leia had a lot of off-camera free time in the back of the Falcon. I mean, Han just got frozen. And she's already hedging her bets with Luke. Oh. So now Luke is force communicating with Vader. Did anybody bandage his arm? It's Vader. Luke, it is your destiny. Continuum Trek. Hey guys, check out Continuum Track. If you're not subscribed to Continuum Track, please subscribe to Continuum Track. He does the same stuff we all do, Star Trek stuff mostly. He's a good guy, and I'm at his streams when I can be. So please check him out. Yeah, he's going to prep for his stream later. Take care, Continuum Trek. Thank you for hanging out with us. And Vader's looking out. And I think somebody's going to get force choked again. I don't know. I'd be going to an escape pod if I was them. No problem, Continuum Track. No problem. Yeah, Sassy. I don't know what's... There's nobody out there, Sassy. Did I say track? Yeah, it's Trek. You are right, Jeff. It is Trek. John DeMarco says this admiral must actually be competent because he's still in charge in the next film. Spoilers. Spoilers, John DeMarco. Oh, they're at the edge of the galaxy. Oh, it's at the end. That's right. This is near the end. You know, oh, and Luke gets his new hand. And Luke's like, hey, Leia, I gotta try this new hand out. He puts his arm around her. And the Resistance is way outside the galaxy. No one will ever find them out here. And the Millennium Falcon heads back towards the galaxy. Does he go into hyperdrive at some point? Because that might help. Josh Reed says, did Lando steal Han's clothes? Probably. I mean, realistically, Han's probably had a change of clothes in there, and Lando needed them. Jeff Franklin, hello, welcome, Jeff. Yes, well, you're kind of at the end of the stream, but it's no problem. Yes, you still have the Mamo Prey tale coming up in just a little bit. Joseph says it's also Mario, not Mario. It's also Mario, not Mario. Well, that's exactly what I said. It's Mario. John DeMarco says, sorry, I didn't think about spoiling a movie from 4 decades ago. It's okay, John. Wesley Crusher, Bird of Prey, the executor must have had a high promotion rate. Yes. Yes, the executor, the executor must have had a high promotion rate. Josh Street wants me to start over. Jeff Franklin says, Bird of Prey, biggest problem I have with this movie is how the Falcon was able to get a B-spin without hyperdrive. To get to B-spin without hyperdrive. Who said they didn't have hyperdrive? I thought they got it fixed. Surf Troop tries that the Emperor gave Vader a quota, only 1 admiral per month. Wesley Crusher, Bird of Prey, did Luke grab Leia's butt with his new hand? Probably. Peter Quinn says, thanks for reminding me I'm over 40, Thomas. Wow. Wow. So, Mamo Prey, whenever you are ready. I mean, you know, if you needed some time, you can do some time. Okay. Mamo Prey is going to take a drink of water. Kronos, are you still here, Kronos? I hope you are. I mean, what Mama Pray is going to do with the tail anyway. Yes, according to YouTube, he's still here. Hopefully he can hear this. Bespin. Okay, Jeff. I'll be honest. I'm not super familiar with the different locations in Star Wars. It's not like Star Trek that I know Romulus from Remus and Risa from, Ferenginar. I am nowhere near. As Wesley put it earlier, I'm a normie when it comes to Star Wars. I don't claim to be anything other. Chrono says I'm here. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Mama Pray's just getting a cough drop or a throat lozenge. Joseph says, slow down, Bird of Prey. I'm still reading the end credits. No problem. Surf says, I got thrown out of a casino poker room for hitting a table and knocking over everyone's chips. Well, that would do it. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, say executor the American way, just to upset the Europeans. Executor. That sounds like execute her, but executor. Now, I'm really confused as to how Europeans say it. Executor. It doesn't make sense. There is no other pronunciation of executor. Kronos was assimilated by the moths. He's Mothicus now. Morthocutus. Oh, Morthocutus. Like Locutus. Now he's Morthocutus. Mama Pray is having real trouble opening up that lozenge. Filmed in Panavision, people. Filmed in Panavision. 20th Century Fox release. Oh, really? Lucasfilm Limited. LPL 1980. Okay. Okay, so now we will pick a background to have. Well, that was a good one. I'll have to pick a background for Mama Pray story. There we go. Yoda. There, we have Yoda changing over to fading into Luke. That's our background. Okay, Mama Pray. The microphone is yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, no after credits scene, huh? It's almost like they didn't do those in 1980.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Hi, all. Good afternoon, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Excuse me, my voice is... Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay.
So isn't executor and executor two different words? Executor is someone who kills people, and executor is someone who, does an estate. Are you saying that those two words are spelled the same? Is that true? Anyway. Hail Mama Pray. Mama Pray.
Okay. Again, hello, guys. So the last time, I don't know, last week or whenever, I mentioned I had gone to Florida and I stayed about 10 months. And while I was there, I got a job at a casino, but it was a casino ship. Cape Canaveral. I understand in the last 18 years since I've been there that Port Canaveral has been enlarged, and now there are a lot of cruise ships. At the time I was there was only like 2 or 3 cruise ships that docked there and 1 casino ship. Now, working in a casino ship, the first thing you have to do is sign an agreement. You will not gamble or drink alcohol, even on your days off. So, as much as I liked the slot machines, that wasn't part of this deal.
Wait, what if it was at a different place?
No. on
their ship. Okay.
Excuse me, there was another casino ship docked a little bit further away.
Okay, I can understand. They don't want their employees gambling in the. Right, okay.
I mean, you could come on the ship if you had friends, relatives, on your day off. You could come as a guest, but you still weren't allowed to drink alcohol or gamble. But that was okay. Anyway, I worked in what they call the cage, counting money, cashing in chips, giving out change, not really on the casino floor. This particular ship was, I believe it was 450 feet long. It had 2 decks of casinos, a front and rear on 2 decks. There was another deck that served food, and there was bands and dancing. And then on the top deck was an outdoor deck that, weather permitting, they also had music and food and dancing and tables, whatever. So most of the time there were 3 shifts. Now, you did not get a regular shift, nor did you get regular days off. Each week you got your schedule. The daytime shift started about 8:30 in the morning, and I think it was to like 4:30. And most of the time in the day, you had retired people, some tourists, but it was pretty quiet. Now, working in the cage and giving out money, you didn't get a lot of tips, but some people did tip you, especially if they were big winners. They would come to cash in, and everyone, there was a cage, there were 4 cages, and about 4 people working in each cage. All the tips for the cage people were pooled. So I don't know. Maybe we'd get $20 each a day, which was on top of our pay. Now, the cocktail waitresses and dealers, they had their own system, and their tips were much more than ours, so I believe that their base pay was lower, but it really didn't matter. It was a fun place to work, even without drinking and gambling. But you came across a lot of different people, many different people. Now, I like to work the overnight shift. So there were 3 shifts, and the overnight shift, the boat did not leave the dock. They needed somebody to count all the money from the day, get the deposits ready, and the only other people on the ship was security and the cleaners, and then the people that would count the money, take the coins, because back then it was still just quarters and slot machines. You didn't put in bills, you didn't have coupons like they do now. So it was the group of people that would go around to all the slot machines and empty them, the people cleaning, and me. And, of course, the guy upstairs watching all of this go on his monitors. We weren't supposed to know he was there, but everybody knew he was there. And I would count all the money, get the deposits ready, and I'd sit on a bunch of coin bags, because that's what they were then, canvas coin bags, and I'd fall asleep. And then I'd hear over a loudspeaker my name. Mama, pray, wake up. And okay, I'm waking up. But then I had to train a new girl in the overnight shift. So now there were 2 of us, so we kept each other awake, but we also finished the work in about half the time. When we finished counting the money, we secured the cage, made sure everything was locked up. We'd go sit on the upper deck. We'd watch the sunset come up. Oh, each morning was more beautiful than the next. Pink skies, the sun coming through. And 2 mornings a week, the cruise ships would come back. Now we're sitting on, I think, the 4th deck of the ship, And as I said, the opening of Port Canaveral wasn't that wide. So the cruise ships passed within feet of us. And we're up high, and that's where the cabins were. And one morning, just as we're eye to eye with one of the rooms, this guy, thinking he's still out at sea and nobody can see him, opens up his blinds on the, what do you call those doors?
Balcony?
Yeah, like a balcony, but the...
Sliding glass?
Yeah, like a sliding glass door he had.
Full length.
Yes, full length, not just the window. Tears open the blinds. He's standing there butt naked. He's looking at us. We're looking at him.
Isn't it buck naked?
No, isn't it butt naked?
I think it's buck naked.
Well, whatever. He had no clothes on. Okay. That's one of the funny things. Then, excuse me, in working the overnight shift, 8:30 in the morning, you're leaving work. And especially like on Thursday night, if you had the next day off, or a Friday night, it's the weekend. So I had become friends with a few of the people there that were either on the cleaning crew or security. And we would usually meet and go out to breakfast. Excuse me. Well, the place that we usually went for breakfast was closed for renovations. So we decided we were coming back to my apartment and we were going to have breakfast. Well, with breakfast, I was going to make mimosas, but I had no vodka. Not vodka, champagne. What do you put? Champagne and orange juice. So, after work, I go running to the liquor store, and there I am trying to open the door at 5 to 9 in the morning, not realizing that the rest of the world is just starting their day. And it was in a shopping center, and I see other women looking at me as they're going into their grocery store, and I can't imagine why, and why isn't this door opening? And then it hits me. They don't open till 9 a.m. I look like some kind of a low-down drunk trying to break into a liquor store before they open. But little things like that. But the funniest thing is on one of the overnights, I'm working and go back to the fact that it was 2002, not far after 9/11, and everybody was on their game for security. This was a port entrance to the United States, and so we had just gotten a new head of security, and he was working that night, and people that were counting the coin down below said they were hearing noise on the back of the ship. And John, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said his name, the voice from above with the cameras, calls the security and says, you better get out there and see what's going on. So he goes out and he looks around. He said, no, everything's fine out here. About an hour later, when one of the maintenance guys goes to check something on the outside of the boat, he needs to get into the dinghy that's always kept tied up to the back of the ship. The one that's gone. The head of security checked the boat out and did not realize that the dinghy was gone. We don't know who stole it, how they stole it, when they stole it. But he just kept saying, I've got a master's degree in security. I said, from where? But anyway, it wasn't all that, partying stuff. There were a lot of people partying, but they were the ones that were the paying people. We just had to smile and say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, thank you, and all that. But I enjoyed it. It was different. I don't know. That's about my whole... I don't have any really... Oh, yes, I do. One of the dealers... a lot of the dealers were transients. They would go from Vegas to the boats on the Mississippi to the boats in Florida, and just spend a few months here, a few months there. And on this particular, I don't remember the game, but there was a progressive jackpot. It wasn't a slot machine, it was a card game. I think they called it Red Dog or Red something. Anyway, the jackpot was up to $149,000. And no. It was $1,490,000. The dealer got 10%. When the man won, he gave the dealer 10%. The dealer walked away with $149,000. And when I say he walked away, we never saw him again. That was it. He got his money and he was gone. Have no clue. But when I left, he still hadn't returned, and I doubted he ever would. That's about it, guys. Sorry it wasn't more interesting, and...
I can't believe people wasted their lives getting degrees when they should have just been card dealing. And one day you'll probably get somebody give you a 10% tip on a giant jackpot, and you could retire.
Yeah.
And it was not the Kurogan Institute of Security.
No, it was worse, much worse. I don't know.
It was the Kurdistan Institute of Security.
I think he made his certificate up himself.
Mama Pray thinks he printed it out himself.
He made so many mistakes.
The Kurdistani Institute of Correspondence of Security.
Whatever. I'm going back to cooking, guys. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Mama Pray. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Where do we missed a couple of chats. So okay, executioner. There's no apparently executor is not really a word. So Joseph is saying executioner is what I should be saying. So it is executor is the name. I still call it executor. I still like executor. John Street says Fox had the rights to all 6 Star Wars films. That is why Disney hasn't put them out until after Disney bought the Fox IP. Zachary Gibbons asked, what is that other YouTube channel Anti-Tracker has? And yes, Anti-Tracker, I gave him a direct link to your stream, so he can head over there. And I told everybody else to head over to your stream, because you're still streaming, and this stream is going to be ending. And let's see. Apparently, whether it's butt naked or buck naked, people have heard it both ways. There doesn't seem to be any consensus on that. Kronos was just happy to have Mamo Price say dingy. Wow. Oh, we're getting a call from Anti-Tracker. Speakerphone. Hello, Anti-Tracker.
Here's a way to figure it out. So if I'm writing my last will and testament, and I wanted you to take care of my affairs after I'm gone,
I'd be an executor. I'd be an executor.
That's the name of the Star Destroyer.
So the executor is the name of the Star Destroyer.
Yes.
Well, then why are they telling me they were happy I was calling it the executor?
Because there's this thing. So, because there's no such thing as an executor. There's an executioner. That's someone who kills someone. But executioner. There's no such thing as
Well, to be honest, In Karoga, we have executors.
Does something. It executes function.
No. In Karoga, we have executors and executioners. Executioners if you've got a 4-year degree, and executors if you only have a 2-year degree in killing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's figuring that out, I'm sure. All right, man, I'll let you back in.
No problem. Take care. Okay, so Anti-Tracker was explaining to me the difference between executioner and executor and executor. So the ship is actually named the Executor, and I'm just surprised nobody called me out on that earlier. The Executor is Darth Vader's ship in Empire. John Streets is Bird of Prey. Anti-Tracker is streaming Just Cause 3. And your stream at the same time. Bird, it's time to DMCA Anti-Tracker. Slowly, Josh Street, slowly. We build it up. John Street says buck naked is mostly used in the northern states. And butt naked is mostly used in the southern states. Well, as we're a northern state. Well, that's true, but she heard it down in the south. But we're a northern state. So anyway, guys, you were right the first time, says Resolute. Interesting. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out and watching Star Wars Saturday with me. Next week, Return of the Jedi. Head on over if you want to Anti-Tracker stream, though I hear he's not streaming for much longer, but he's still on right now. Check out later this afternoon. Cinnabon said he might stream, or whoever else. Peter Quinn, we'll see who's streaming. And have fun. Tomorrow, yes, we'll stream again tomorrow at some point. Thank you so much, Qapla, and take care. Peter Quinn says good night, Bird of Prey and all. Thank you, Peter Quinn. And Yosef is switching to Rational Roundtable. Good night. To comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of everything BirdoPrey5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdoPrey5 or on BirdoPrey5.com. Take care.
Oh, peace. Going real fast makes us see our route. Oh, hail Almighty Lord and King, great ruler over everything. Oh, hail the road that left your will reign.
Oh, what's this? No, it's just a door. Nothing in there. Yeah, I'm completely at a loss as to what I'm not doing here. I no, it's just a door. Nothing in there. Yeah, I'm completely at a loss as to what I'm... So now Bert is playing the audio from this stream on his stream, so he's kind of pulling what